this video, we're going to look at how to migrate text content from the old website or current website into the WordPress development environment. And I'm going to break the video kind of into three pieces. The first is going to be about how to get your workspace set up and taking a look at the WordPress Visual Editor. So let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't already, pause the video and log into WordPress so that you're on your dashboard screen. Okay, now here's what else you're going to need. You want to open a new tab in your internet browser, go to the current Warren Wilson site, and navigate to the page that you want to migrate over. So for me, that means I'm going to one of the admission staff pages. So now I have two tabs open, WordPress and the page that I want to be moving. The next thing you're going to want to do is open Notepad in Windows or TextEdit on a Mac. These are both simple text editors, and why we need that I will explain in a little while, but it's important that it is a simple text editor and not a full word processor. So in Windows you don't want Microsoft Word or WordPad, you just want Notepad. You can go ahead and minimize that. So the next thing to do is to start a new page. So to start a new page, you can come up to the top and click New Page, or you can come over here and go Add New there. If you're editing an existing page, you would click Pages and find the existing page that you're going to edit in the list here on the Pages screen. And there's a number of different ways you can sort these. This list will get longer as we continue to move content into the system. You can sort them with the filter here. You can also click on these tabs at the top. So for example, if you're the type of worker that has someone assigning pages to you, they're going to appear in the assigned tab. Otherwise, the pages that you start will all be in the Mine tab. And you can edit them by clicking Edit beneath them. For now, though, let's go ahead and create a new page. This is the WordPress Visual Editor, and I'm going to take a moment just to introduce you to the basics here on this screen. Up at the top, we have a space for the title of the page. Now, the title of the page both forms its heading 1, which we'll talk about later too. It also gives you the title that appears in the tab. Below that, we have an Add Media button. And this is how we will eventually be adding photographs and things to our pages. For right now, I'd like you not to worry about that. We'll return to it when the time comes. On the right of the Add Media button are tabs for the Visual Editor, and then this is a plain text editor. It's also what you would click if you want to see the HTML source code of your page as you work. That will be important too. Here we've got the basic formatting tools available to you, bold and italics and strike through, lists, and several others. These two are very important. They're link tools. You'll come back to these again and again. The insert read more tag is something that is only really used in creating news stories or blog posts. So for creating pages, please do not use this. Also, the table press button is for putting tables into your pages, and this is something that I'm going to cover later and that all of you probably won't have to use, so you don't have to worry about this either. This, however, the toolbar toggle, is something that I would like you to click right now. It gives you more options, and we're all going to be using some of these options pretty much constantly. So just leave these here and it will remember that you've clicked this, so the next time you log in it'll be this way. Down here on the bottom, probably the most important item is the formatting area here. You're going to be using some of these formatting options right away every time you migrate a page. Paragraph is just the normal text on your page. So as you write, the normal text will be classified as paragraph. Address and pre, we can leave these alone for now. Heading 1, as I said earlier, is referring to the main title of the page up here at the top. so I would like you not to use heading 1 anywhere else on your page. This is going to help search engines understand what the page is about, and it also helps screen readers for people with vision issues or other accessibility problems. So, heading 2, 3, and 4 are the headings that I'd like you to use in this large area here in the content of your page. And we'll see how those work in a little while. Headings 5 and 6 are not going to be defined for our site, so please just ignore those. You've got some further options here, some underline. Please do not use justify. This usually looks very poor on websites, and it makes it very difficult for people to read the text. Please also do not change the text color. If you feel like you've got a real burning need to create a different text color, say for example red to highlight something, why don't you talk to your content supervisor or something like that. Use it advisedly. Paste as text is something that you can experiment with. In general, I find that the paste as text option misses stripping out some of the formatting, which is why I'm going to have you paste things into a simple text editor at this point. Clear formatting does, in fact, clear formatting out of things. It often will miss certain things that come out of Microsoft Word and certain things that come when you paste from a website. So this is something that we can continue to experiment with as we work. Special characters, this is going to give you a map of special characters in case you want to say cafe correctly, for example. And then indentions and an undo button. So that's kind of the basics here. This distraction-free writing item, it really isn't good for us for what we're doing right now with web pages. It works much better for creating news stories or blog posts, so please don't use that for the time being. Then of course the main area where you work, and let's move over now and look at some of these other options and things. I'm just going to kind of mention them briefly, and we'll come back to each of these as they become relevant. The publish box in the upper right is where you would come to save your work, set the status, these sorts of things. Page attributes. Really the only thing that you're going to be doing with this is at the very end when we define a parent page. Featured image is something that will be important for you to worry about later on, but for right now we're only worrying about text content, so we're going to just not look at featured image. And then this is the editorial comments box. It's also going to be important, and we'll use it here in a little while. This then is the visual editor, and it's the end of this first of the 3 videos on how to migrate content. Please go ahead and move over next to the next video, which is copying and pasting.